This one is me looking at plate 28 of the Egyptian Book of the Dead, changing into God who gives light in the darkness. The image on the plate is a god with a disc on their head and includes the words, "I am the lady who sheddeth light in the darkness." And I've been having a lot of fun lately, working on images that start with a primarily black background. Gives me an excuse to get messy. It kind of lets more shadows appear. The predominant colours were red and yellow, obviously aside from the black, to relate to the idea of sun and fire. And I guess there's kind of like a main figure, though there's lots of swooshing. This red-orange character in the centre, kind of everything sort of happening all around and within. To the right of the head of that main character is this kind of like silver face, side profile that looks a bit like a dinosaur. Vaguely highlighted it with a little bit of grey, that kind of just came through. And the face of this sort of like reddy orangey person is old with a beard. So there's this kind of face top left. He looks like multiple faces. Pointy ears, one eye, a bit wolf-like. There's a figure here emerging from sort of centre of a couple of whooshes. It's a bit like they're holding a walking stick perhaps, holding on to something to steady themselves. There's multiple other faces in there as well, including top left and bottom left. So the head of this red creature beneath that sort of yellow wolf ends up looking like a tongue if you look at it from far enough away. It's like a tree bark head, to the left of which is another creature looking straight at us. It looks very alien-like, and then two wispy, cobra-y birds to the left. About halfway down, this looks like a red bird sort of shooting off to the right-hand side. There's something floating above them in green. And bottom left, it looks like someone sort of sat down leaning against a wall there in red, and then someone like almost in a cave looking at them. Person who sat down, you can't see it in this shot, but they're holding something. It must be a jar or a glowing ball of some kind. He's wondering if this person's ever going to wake up. So as usual, there's loads more in there that I haven't talked about. Lots of like glowing bits here and there that look a bit like faces. The one on the right there looks a bit like Slimer. I really like this idea of black. If you just think of it as darkness or nothingness, there are actually shades of grey. In that darkness are already shapes there that are already formed. There's also this idea of the shadow. There we have the light in the darkness. Thanks for listening, and please like and subscribe.